Now, the Public Servants Association says it's concerned about a tragic incident at the Prince Mshiyeni Memorial Hospital's C5 psychiatric ward. This is where a patient was smoking inside the ward despite the presence of oxygen. This has led to a fire that resulted in the loss of a patient's life. It's also damaged hospital beds and endangered staff and other patients. The organization's Mlungisi Ndlovu joins us on the line now. Mr. Ndlovu, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it. It's our breaking news story this hour. Just to kind of get a clear sense, if you could please share with us just as much detail as you know with regards to this incident.
Good evening to the viewers at home. As PSA, we are very concerned about a tragic incident at Prince Mshiyeni Memorial Hospital that happened in C5, where we are being told that a psychiatric patient that was admitted there was smoking inside the ward where there was presence of oxygen, which has led to fire and resulted to the loss of the patient. And our concern as PSA is that this incident highlights serious safety failure, including inadequate lack of enforcement of smoking regulation and risk pose to both patient and healthcare workers. The PSA called for immediate investigation because we believe that there are a lot of non-compliance by the employer when it comes to Prince Mshiyeni. We are saying there should be there should be investigations, not only by the department, even the Department of Labour must be involved.
Has the hospital been evacuated, if you know?
Well, what we know, based on the information that we have, it's only a ward that has been affected. Obviously, they've been able to stabilize the situations, but as we have said, our concern is that we should not really allow the patients, even the public who visit these patients, they should really not give cigarettes to this patient because it's endangered the life of everyone who's in that particular facility. Because in our view, patients should not really be allowed to smoke in hospital because the presence of oxygen, it dictates that smoking is not allowed around those particular zones. We hope that the department will issue a media statement. But we are saying Department of Employment and Labour, they must be able to investigate and ensure that the employees are protected in that situation.
Yeah. Just also to finally, with regards just to the details, is this to say as well that the fire has indeed been brought under control and no more harm ultimately could come from the fire to patients, to staff and all those around?
Yes, based on the information that we have, they've brought under control, so everything is back to normal. But obviously, this is unfortunate that one of these patients passed away. Based on the information, obviously, the department needs to be able to confirm. So that's why we're saying this investigation must happen at that Prince Mshiyeni because we're receiving so many problems about that particular hospital.
So you're saying that you receive a whole host of complaints. Is it similar complaints as well, those of patients or other personnel smoking within wards, within the hospital as a whole?
So our view is that the issues of OHS in that hospital, it seems to be not be in control. PSA is on record raising issues about asbestos and some of the many non-compliance with OHS issues. Recently, we have written to the Human Rights Commissions to investigate some of the non-compliance. So we are saying there's no control at all. The management need to ensure that there's effective OHS employees are involved, their awareness in that particular hospital. That's why we are saying the department need to be able to after they've done the investigation with the Department of Labour, there should be action. And we believe that there should be more awareness because patients at times, even the public that visit these different health facilities, they do as they please. Issues of smoking in hospital, it should be no-go areas for the patient and also for the public because it's in danger. Anything might have happened. Remember that similar things happen in Clearwood Hospital in one of the wards where one of the patients passed on, and we have warned the department to say they must ensure that there are plans in place to ensure that in all health facilities they control these particular matters. So it's not long ago at Clearwood Hospital where one of the patients died of the similar event. So we are saying the department really need to be able to introduce introduce strict measures and work with organized labor.
Yeah. Just as a final question then, Mlungisi, if you will, the patient that was caught smoking inside, has that person been apprehended? Do you know if there will be any sort of charges laid against this patient as well? Then, do you know what the situation is around them?
Yes, what we know is that that's why we're waiting for the department to confirm whether the patient has passed on. You know, that's why we are saying that strategy has led to the patient who was smoking, you know. So, but we'll get the information what has happened. That's why we are saying as TSA, this must be investigated thoroughly. But we are saying to all health facilities, we want to see OSS being effective because this is the second institutions. What's going to happen to the other institutions?
Yeah. Very, very dire situation indeed there. One we don't want to see continue. Mlungisi Ndlovu, appreciate your time. Thank you so much for joining us. Public Servants Association there, unpacking the situation just out of the Prince Mshiyeni Memorial Hospital's C5 psychiatric ward. A patient there was smoking inside the ward despite there actually being oxygen tanks in and around, leading to a fire, loss of life, of course, the endangerment of all staff as well as other patients as well. We'll give you the latest on that story as and when it breaks.